It was New Year's Eve on the island of Sodor. The night was peaceful and all was calm. The engines were celebrating into the night as the narrow-gauge fleet were rewarded for their hard effort this year. They were celebrating immensely. The engines could not have been more happier than ever before. On the far side of the island, all was peaceful and quiet for the time being. Everyone has gone home, celebrating for the New Year's celebrations. A new decade was upon them. The celebrations were immense. Sir Topham Hatt was visiting an old friend of his. He got to his car to meet his family. He got into his car and he drove away. As Sir Topham Hatt drove, he reflected on the many events that occurred this year, especially the near sacrifices. Soon, he arrived at one of his relatives' houses just outside the island. Sir Topham Hatt rushed into the house as the New Year's dinner was celebrated. The dinner was successful. There was 2 turkeys, a lot of potatoes, threshed corn, and hauled logs. Although the logs weren't really involved in the dinner. But anyways, after the dinner was over, Sir Topham Hatt thanked his family. He made his way back home. Sir Topham Hatt was driving along the countryside road, but then it happened. He magically got diverted onto the other side of the road. The centrifugal force caused it to drive down the side of the railway. Sir Topham Hatt was intrigued. When he stopped, he could not believe his very own eyes. It was Lady, all right. Her lights were beaming, and she was smiling in celebration. She dragged him to this part of the island. But then he noticed presents and a Christmas tree right by the sheds, with a banner saying Merry Christmas at the very top of the sheds. Merry Christmas, Topham, yelled the engines. This is all for you, sir, for all the hard work that you've done for this island, and of course, for you keeping us in check. Sir Topham Hatt could not believe his eyes. He didn't know what to say. When Sir Topham Hatt got out, he was joined by Mr. Starr and Mr. Zorro. He made an announcement. Ladies, gentlemen, engines, and children, this year has been quite a interesting year. I will say it far surpasses the eventful of 2018. But let's just say 2020 will bring a new fresh start to a new decade for many years to come on this beautiful island of Sodor. I couldn't agree more, sir. We have all been working very hard this year, and everything could never have been better. Now we will celebrate into the night, reflecting on the decade that was, and this year that was as well. You're quite right there. However, we must be very careful. We've a lot of things to take care of, and I bet that we have many more challenges ahead on our way.
Here's to another year of success and adventure on the island of Sodor. Merry Christmas to all.
Indeed, sir.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The engines could not have been more happier for their controller. Now we celebrate into the night, announced Sir Topham Hatt. The engines clapped and cheered for their celebrations. They reflected on a year that was quite interesting and more or less quite eventful, but not as eventful as last year. This was the most magical night on the island of Sodor.